As I write these lines, behind me rises Har Megiddo, the Mount of Megiddo, or as known to the Western world in its Hellenized form, Armageddon. Towering high above the plain, Armageddon was an imposing stronghold, now deeply covered by the rubbish of thousands of years, green with billowing grain and bright with nodding anemones. Our first trenches have been thrust into the vast mound, and already our workmen have brought out an inscribed block bearing Egyptian hieroglyphs. James Henry Breasted, March 1926. Preface. Welcome to Armageddon. Each day throughout the year, the tour buses begin arriving at Megiddo soon after 9 a.m., disgorging 50 tourists at a time. By the time the site closes at 5 p.m., several dozen buses will have deposited hundreds of visitors. Welcome to Armageddon, the tour guides say, as they march their flocks up the steep incline and through the ancient city gate. Reciting their practice patter as they go, they reach the first stopping point. The group members catch their breath and, frequently, burst into hymns or prayers, especially if they're on their way to Nazareth, located almost directly across the valley. Our small group of archaeologists smile tolerantly, having been at the site since before dawn. Wielding pickaxes, trowels, and dustpans, filling buckets and wheelbarrows full of freshly excavated dirt, we play our game of guessing the nationality of each group from 50 yards away as they come around the last corner of the incline before heading past our excavation area. From the nearby northern observation platform, they gaze up the length of the Jezreel Valley on one side and down into the depths of the Chicago excavation trench on the other. Attached to the chain-link fence, which only rarely deters tourists from coming into the excavation area, is our sign that jokingly reads, "Please, do not feed the archaeologists." We may not get their nationalities right, but that doesn't stop us from hoping that they might have some extra cookies. Megiddo is mentioned a dozen times in the Hebrew Bible and in a multitude of other ancient texts, but it's especially well known as the setting in the New Testament for the penultimate battle between the forces of good and the forces of evil. We are told in Revelation 16:16 that the two opposing armies will assemble at the place that in Hebrew is called Armageddon.